Hi everybody, I'm Gisèle Bonne from the Center of Research in Myology at Pitié-Salpêtrière Hospital in Paris, France. And I'm happy to introduce you here the concept of treatabolome. The concept of treatabolome derived from the perceived need of having a knowledge base about rare disease treatments, and if these treatments were initially scarce, they have now been emerging in a growing number for an increasing amount of entities. As you will see, the perception arose from two papers about the available treatments for congenital myasthenic syndromes and the European project Solverdi, which aims at solving the unsolved rare disease and includes a treatabolome task that expands the concept to other rare diseases beyond congenital myasthenic syndromes. So, Solverdi is a 5-year European research project running for 2018 to 2022 and working directly with 4 European reference networks. Solverdi is dedicated to the creation of a novel brokerage structure that connects clinical innovation, gene discovery and basic research to form a genetic knowledge web that will be applied to 19,000 unsolved exomes or genomes of rare disease patients in order to deliver an increase in diagnostic yield of 3 to 5% and thus ease the access to adapted care and treatment to those rare conditions. As said before, the concept was born with the analysis of the available treatment for congenital myasthenic syndromes or CMS, which are rare neuromuscular conditions sharing similar phenotypic features. More than 30 different genes are known to give rise to CMS, many of which are treatable. As seen in the figure here, treatments vary according to presynaptic, synaptic or postsynaptic pathomechanism involved. However, it is also clear that variation within each of the 3 subdivisions happen also by gene, increasing the complexity of the adequate treatment choice. In the case of CMS, the complexity deepens even more when we have cases where a same gene, CHRNA1, encoding the cholinergic receptor nicotinic alpha-1 subunit, gives rise, depending on its variants, to slow or fast channel forms of CMS associated with an acetylcholine receptor defect. This granularity of knowledge is accessible to CMS subspecialists, but not for clinicians in general. So, unless this information is flagged by making use of the IT resources we have today, it may escape the attention of the treating physician and delay the adequate treatment onset. This is the rationale of the treatabolome task of Solverdi. The first paper leading to the treatabolome concept was the 2018 one that established the need for adopting fair guiding principles of data stewardship and at the same time to increase the detail of the orphanet rare disease ontology to accommodate the granularity necessary to capture the treatment nuance by phenotypes, gene, and variants. The next year, in 2019, a new paper established the basis for creating the dataset that build a CMS treatabolome from the result of the 2018 paper. This has established a proof of concept of the treatabolome and has allowed the Solverdi project to propose the expansion of the concept to other rare diseases as well. The FAIR guiding principles of data management and stewardship were published in 2016 and established the conditions for producing datasets that are easily transferred from human-readable documents to machine-actionable datasets. The 4 principles are to be findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable, and these conditions for each of these properties are shown on this slide. The CMS treatable data flow chart is depicted here and shows the process of the systematic literature review that, starting from over 1,000 patients reported in the literature, has collected 207 studies that provided the base of the evidence-appraised dataset that constitutes the CMS treatable. This paper is a proof of concept of the treatable and serves as pilot for the other entities where expert-led systematic literature reviews are assembling similar knowledge blocks for each area. And this work of expert-led systematic literature reviews is done under the research project Solvardi and was started last year. The roadmap of these treatable groups starts by the choice of the rare disease that will be addressed, followed by the expert-led systematic literature review. The latter is formatted to produce fair, compliant datasets ready to be uploaded to a specifically designed treatable IT platform that is being built. The data thus collected is then cross-mapped with other ontology and classification systems to promote its integration into existing diagnostic and management support tools. Currently, we have 6 groups working on different rare disease areas: the laminopaties, the Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, the channelopathies, the genetic Parkinson disease, the early onset ataxia, and the mitochondrial diseases. This will result in six manuscripts of the respective systematic literature reviews and will be delivered to the editors of the Journal of Neuromuscular Diseases at the middle of the current year, to be published in a special issue dedicated to the treatable in the start of 2021. In terms of timeline, the systematic literature reviews are on track and the manuscript will be ready at the end of the first semester of this year. The database, whose infrastructure and development is being implemented, will have alpha and beta version from the next year, and the cross-mapping exercise that allows the integration of the treatable knowledge base into existing resources will continue to the end of the project. The current slide shows a very initial glimpse at the look of the IT platform of the treatable as it now being developed by our colleagues of the bioinformatics unit led by Sergi Beltran at the CINARC CRG of Barcelona. Here you have a mock image of a possible look of the genome phenome analysis platform from RDConnect after it integrates the treatable datasets, flagging that for a specific variant it exists a specific treatment. As the GPAP platform comes out of the same nursery of the CINARC CRG, we think that one of the early adopters of the output of the treatable will be GPAP. At the same time, our colleagues from the Jackson Laboratory, led by Peter Robinson, provide us with access to the human phenotype ontology, essential for the treatable deep phenotyping, and also offer their ready-made HPO cross-mapping of HPO terms, ORDO, and OMIM classifications. They are at the same time developing a medical action ontology that will complement the RDSolved aims. Well, I think this was just a fly-by over the treatable concept, and I sincerely hope you will have understood that this is a team effort, gathering experts of each rare disease area who drive systematic literature reviews of available treatment, and IT experts who build the adapted infrastructure that allows the integration of this knowledge. Finally, besides putting questions at the end, you can know more by following us on Twitter. So the details of Solverdi and of several IRN involved are here and await your visit. Many thanks for your attention.